Let us watch a clip where His Excellency Mr. Peterobi vowed that he will defeat the current president of the country, President Tinubu. In his exact words, Obi said he will lose. Let us watch.
Mr. Obi, if you lose after exhausting all legal avenues, will you accept the outcome and encourage your supporters to do the same? And if you win, what safeguards will you provide to prevent politically motivated investigations against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other APC leaders?
Let me tell you, one, I will not lose.
Why?
Because the election is now between the people and the government. And I believe that people have suffered enough. And this election, so it's not me that will tell the people what to do. Because it's the people that will lose against the government. So whatever they will do, I don't know. Because I'm not controlling them. Even if they have to go to court, it will call the people suing the government. So this election is between the people and the government. I'm only being used as a tool to stand for the people. If I win, we will follow the rule of law. One of the things I must bring back and ensure happens in Nigeria is the rule of law. We must have law and law. The system must work the way it should function properly. We're not going to, I will never persecute anybody politically. I will never do anything knowing the wrong in office.
To you that you had said you will never deputize anyone. You want to be the president, and that had been your ambition. Is it your realization that it's a turn of the South, and that the fact that those who say KWAKWANSO's eyes is on being president in 2031, so the game plan is you deputize Peter Obi, who says he's going to do 4 years, and then in 2031 you dovetail into becoming president. That's your game plan.
Maybe all of the above.
So it's true those who think that KWAKWANSO wants to be president in 2031. That's right.
Well, we
are the ultimate plan.
We are praying that all of us should see 2027 and of course 2031, and we will look at the circumstance and see what can be done. But by the grace of God, I believe our party, and of course my humble self and His Excellency Peter Obi, we have a short-term plan which we are executing now. And of course, we also have our medium and long-term plans for the country. And that is what we are working on now.
So you agree when Mr. Peter Obi says, I'm going to do only 4 years. That is sacrosanct, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I personally believe him. And I don't think, based on what I now know about him, will renege. I don't think he will change his mind when the time comes. And we are all gentlemen, even though we have accepted to put it even on paper.
You've signed it on the dotted line?
Yes, oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
As a party or between you and Mr. Peter Obi?
Both. We have done one for the party and we have done another one between the two of us.
What was the agreement between you and him?
Well, the agreement is what you said, that after 4 years, he will come and work together, team together as a group, as a party, as friends, brothers, and so on, and involve everybody to work together so that after his term, or our term, of 4 years, 2027 to 2031, then it comes back to the north, and that is the general agreement.
Nigerians, something extraordinary just happened. And if you have not had it yet, you need to sit down and pay attention. Because this is the kind of story that could reshape this road to 2027. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the man who once stood as a presidential contender in his own right, has stepped forward with a claim so bold that is already dominating conversations across the country. He said it is on paper. He said it is signed. He says there is no going back. Speaking on Channels Television Politics Today, the former Kano State Governor and now Vice Presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress dropped what can only be described as a political bombshell. According to Kwankwaso, he and peterobi have formalized two separate agreements. One binds the party itself. The other is a personal accord between the two men. Two veterans of Nigeria's roughest political battles sitting down to put their ambitions on paper because a handshake was not enough. What does that tell you about how deeply they destroy the temptations of power once it is finally within reach? Kwankwaso was direct about what the agreement contains. He explained that if elected in 2027, Obi will serve a single 4-year term, and that at the end of the term, power will return to the North. In his words, he said the arrangement means that after 4 years, they will continue to work together as a group, as a party, and as brothers, so that from 2027 to 2021, power returns to the North. Is this the compromise that finally holds Nigeria's fragile political balance together, or simply a promise waiting to be broken the moment State House becomes home? Asked point blank whether he trusts Obi to honor this pledge, Kwankwaso did not hesitate. He said he personally believes him, insisting that based on what he now knows about the man, he does not expect Obi to change his mind when the time comes. He called both of them gentlemen, men of their word, even though in his words they still felt they need to put in on paper. But here is the question every Nigerian watching this unfold should be asking. If trust between allies required a signed contract, what does that say about the state of political promises in this country? Now let us be clear, because accuracy matters. Kwankwaso did not declare himself the appointed successor for 2021. What he said was that power will return to the North after Obi's term, and that they will continue to work together as family, both North and South. He stopped short of naming himself as the candidate for that future ticket, speaking instead of a consensus and a shared national plan. Whether that restraint is strategy or simple caution, only time will tell. This disclosure comes at a moment when the battle lines for the 2027 are hardening by the day. President Bola Tinubu and the ruling party are watching every move from the opposition camp, and this written agreement, real or symbolic, sends a message that Obi and Kwankwaso are not just contesting for power, they are planning how to manage it responsibly if they win it. It is a direct answer to critics who have long argued that Obi's promise of a single term was nothing more than campaign rhetoric designed to win northern votes without any real commitment behind it. But skeptics remain unconvinced. Nigerians have had sweeping promises before, and paper agreements in politics have a troubling history of disappearing the moment ambition takes over. Will Obi truly walk away after 4 years, no matter how much power tempts him to stay? Will Kwankwaso Northern Coalition hold together long enough to see the arrangement through? And will Tinubu's camp use this very disclosure as ammunition, painting the opposition as a group already fighting over how to divide a prize they have not yet won? One thing is certain, this is no longer just about defeating an incumbent president. It has become a story about trust, about power sharing, and about whether Nigeria's opposition can hold itself long enough to even reach the ballot box in 2027. The coming weeks will tell us whether the agreement strengthens the Obi-Kwankwaso alliance or becomes the very crack that Tinubu camps exploit. What do you think? Is this written agreement a masterstroke of political maturity or a sign that the opposition itself does not fully trust its own leaders? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to stay ahead of every twist in Nigeria's road to 2027, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with everyone who needs to see it. We'll be right here bringing you this story as it unfolds. Until I see you on the next video, remain blessed.